acknowledged or brought it out, even though I basically lived within the culture my whole life. My grandmother and my mother, and for those generations, it was much safer not to be acknowledging that we were a part of the First Nations and Indigenous people across the country. Unique is the piece that is delightful. Once I became active with this community, and that was a good 20 years ago, the first time I stepped into the community. It was very, very small. But there were a couple incredible elders. It was such an incredible, healthy learning experience for myself. There was no way I couldn't continue that.
Joy's been a consistent force in representing Métis identity and history and culture. People feel safe going to her and saying, I'm trying to learn my roots. And she's just that type of person who never turn anybody away and never make anybody feel less than. And I think that's really her gift. She's often sitting at tables as the Métis representative in a volunteer position. Personally, I volunteer anywhere up to 40 hours a week. I'm an example of the value of the committed volunteers that we have. And she may not always be the loudest voice at the table, but she's been the most consistent voice. With Mid Island, we've never closed the door if somebody, First Nations or even the general public, wants to participate with us, because that's how we actually share the knowledge and educate people.
Joy is being honored with the Honor and Heritage Award for her work in preserving and recognizing Nanaimo's history and heritage. It is through Joy's passion that she's able to build these partnerships, collaborations, such as the partnerships that she has up at VIU through the City of Nanaimo and other local organizations, that has become inspirational for other groups to want to be a part of the cause that she's involved in.
I've been involved with the school district, the Qualicum-Parksville district, the Cowichan Valley School District, Port Alberni School District, up in Campbell River, and just that sharing of cultural pieces. The city events, I'm notorious for showing up in my sash, and that always is an opening for a conversation. And it just adds that culture to it. Right now we have this youth beading program going. We're actually going to put a small beaded flower on canvas bags. And within those bags, you know, what they're going to be doing is putting our early years literacy kit supplies into them. My little baby bear. And especially how cute is that, as we have a bear stuffy with a sash on it to go in with it. When our young ones get their hands on these at a very young age, they're already being so strongly introduced to their own culture and heritage.
It's so important for Indigenous people to ensure that they have their understanding of where they come from, to know where they're going, and so to know the stories of their ancestors, how they were connected, and to create that space for them to then continually learn and grow as an Indigenous person. And so again, I think Joy provides that safe space for people to connect.
Now, where I am in terms of my acceptance of being a Métis woman has come so far. So much that happened in my life, there's clarity to it now. There's a reason to be content with where we're going, to be proud of our past, that we've survived and come this far, and really, for myself, my piece around providing, on one level, an education for not only the Métis, but the general population of our city. And because we've also contributed to the heritage of the city of Nanaimo. And we're glad to be able to do that.